There's one item that I never ever use, but I will never not have with me. I read somewhere, I don't know where I read it, but I read somewhere that you're most creative, or you get the most creative inspiration right when you wake up. Like as soon as you wake up, your brain's fresh and it's ready to just be creative. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I know at least for me, whenever I wake up, there's a brief moment of I don't know what to shoot today, but then it's overcome with oh, okay, I can try shooting this way, and that just kind of gets the ball rolling. And I don't know if that's just because it's the morning and I want to get started on the day, or if it's actually that thing where I'm more creative when I wake up, or it could just be I'm a morning person. I mean, that honestly could be it. On the jet lag front, I'm slowly starting to get acclimated. Today, I didn't get up at 4 a.m. Today, I actually got up at 6 a.m., which is progress. But whenever I do get acclimated to a place, then I start to get stressed about having to get reacclimated back home. The important thing is I'm no longer waking up in the middle of the night and just walking around. I've started noticing that there are specific items in my camera bag that I take with me everywhere I go, and I never ever use them. When I think about trying to get rid of them or taking them out of the camera bag, that's just a non-negotiable because of the what if. What if I need it? What if something happens where I am caught without this item, and I continue to lug them around even though they never ever get pulled out of my camera bag. Now there are different degrees of never ever using them. Like a drone, I rarely use it, but when I do use it, I'm glad that I have it. And that does get used more frequently than say a extra tripod mount. But there's one item that I never ever use, but I will never not have with me. The dichotomy of that is almost humorous. But the item that always stays with me, it's my aperture light. I always have it with me because of the what if, but I never shoot at nighttime, and this camera, the Sony a7S III, is amazing in low light, so there's never a need for me to actually pull this thing out. And honestly, the few times that I did need to pull it out, I just ended up using my cell phone light or my computer screen, because it was more convenient than pulling this thing out and using it. Now, in the grand scheme of things, this thing isn't that big, and it weighs pretty much nothing. The price to pay to carry it around isn't a whole lot, but I think it's funny that I literally I think this is the first time I pulled it out in 6 months. I'm not even kidding. I haven't charged this thing, and it's still it has full power. We found this place online, and the big reason we found it was we literally just Googled free things to do in where my parents live, and this is the first thing that pulled up. And to be honest, with free museums, I never really know what to expect. But this one piqued my interest for a couple of reasons. One, it's a military museum, which I'm interested in. But two, it had to do with something called the Seabees, and I've heard of them. Wasn't really sure what they actually were, and the museum's dedicated to that. This vehicle was actually in Iraq, and it actually got blown up by an RPG. And if you look on the side, you can see where that's crazy. That's insane. I really like local museums. I mean, I like national museums too, but local museums are something special, especially when it's funded and put together by local people or like military people. And being somebody that loves military history, both old, new, and just everywhere in between, that seemed like a good idea to check it out. And I have to say, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it was.